Welcome back to the Mini Arcade Show. Right with us right now is none other than the artist and musician, the very talented Feather. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So how are you doing this fine as for us in this recording this evening? Hello? How's it going?
Hello?
Oh, there we are. This is how you doing in
Oh,
this fine evening.
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Um, so, uh, see, an artist and a musician, how is this possible?
well, I kind of only in the last since July 2012, I really kind of discovered I could sing at all. So before it was just the artist thing. That's kind of what I've always been good at, and I've always done that ever since I was little. So yeah, the music thing is like a new addition.
It's quite a bit of a feat there. So, how long have you been doing this?
Um,
The art and singing, I guess.
well, the art, I've been doing that. I'm self-taught with the art, and I've been doing that ever since I was like 4 years old. So that's kind of been an always and forever thing. I've always sung to myself like in the shower, but never
Who
like
doesn't do that?
I know, right? It's something that everyone does. So I didn't think it was anything special because I figured everyone did it. So only once I got into the fandom and had been quietly observing and getting excited about everything and the whole music scene on my own for quite some time. Only once I recorded and showed some of my close friends in the Facebook Brony group that I'm a part of about my music and stuff that I was just, well, music insofar as an a cappella, that's all I could do and that's all I still can do. But as soon as I showed that, I got some support and it was really quite overwhelming. So I tried collaborating and then I just got more collaborations and it just kind of went from there.
It grew.
Yeah.
Nice. So, and the artist, I'm taking that this is your art drawing of your Pony Sona.
Yeah, yeah.
And she go by the name of Feather, right? What's her cutie? What's her talent? Is the question.
Um, I kind of feel like she's me but not me. She was based on me in appearance and in talents. Like I figure she can paint and draw and sing the same as me, but her personality is a lot softer than I am in real life. I'm not as innocent as I play on the internet because I feel like I'm pretending to be Feather, not myself. I'm very different in real life, but yeah, so I figure she has the same kind of talents as me, just a different personality, a much nicer personality. Not to say I'm not nice, but she's like exceptionally nice.
Nice. All right. um. So okay, let's start out with your drawing background first. What inspired you to draw in the first place?
I kind of drew before I could do anything, my parents told me. So instead of bothering to really talk or walk, I was drawing. So I've been drawing from the start, and I suppose whatever inspires me is whatever I surround myself with, and that's whatever I'm interested in at the time. I mean, when I was younger, I was really into horses and ponies, but the old My Little Pony from the 80s, I was really into it when I was little, especially because my friend had all the toys and we used to play with them, and then we used to draw the toys. And then we'd make up our own characters and kind of just went on from there. And then as I've grown and made my way onto the internet as a person through my life and found different fandoms, I'll draw things from different fandoms, and ponies just happened to be one that I took off in. But yeah, I kind of just draw whatever I'm interested in.
That's always cool. Draw anything besides ponies?
Yeah. Actually, I usually draw realistic and fantasy birds. I do portraiture, and I used to be really into wolves. Wolves and dragons. That was my thing before.
Yay! Because
Yeah.
I have a
So,
dragons.
okay.
You know,
Oh, of course, your OC.
I
Right
kind of
there
dig the,
on Skype.
I kind of like the idea of wolves. You know, that's pretty clever.
Hmm.
I loved wolves. I still do love them now. It's just ponies is currently my dominant fandom, but I actually used to be involved in a lot of RPGs to do with wolves, just with writing stories and things like that. I used to run websites where we could write all these fantasy wolf things together. I was a little bit nerdy, but oh well, I'm still nerdy now. But I was really into all that, so I used to do a lot of wolf art and things like that. Sometimes digital, but my original background is traditional art, so painting and ink and sketching and things like that, and watercolors. Watercolors is my favorite medium out of everything.
Wow,
Not bad.
quite a bit of talent. Man, I think Picasso has his days numbers now.
Not,
Yeah, I don't
not
know.
quite. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that one.
I think, yeah, no, definitely not that good.
Um, so we all know that you're basically your perfect professional opinion. You like ponies best.
At the moment, it changes. I always find different fandoms, but at the moment, this has probably been. I was into wolves probably for about a good 4 or 5 years, um, maybe even a bit longer. But ponies I've been into since
When you're
ooh,
little.
mid to late 2011 in terms of these current ponies. But of course, the older 80s ponies, yes, when I was little. So this is almost like a nostalgic comeback for me to revisit. But yeah, I always change. I always
Back to
like
your first
having.
love, as it was.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. I went from cutesy little ponies to really scary dragons and really scary cool wolves, and now back to cutesy ponies.
The circle begins anew.
It is now reborn. Um, I don't know. Maybe you have Morgan Freeman actually say it might be sound more, a lot more interesting. I don't know. The so you did the arts for quite some time, and have you tried experimenting with other pieces of art?
Well, since I'm studying, I'm actually going to be graduating to be a high school art teacher at the end of the year. So I kind of have to be competent in all art forms. So I'm exposed to a lot, and I can do everything. Put that in little brackety thingy majiggies, quotey thingies, because I can do it and I can teach it. Some things I'm better at than others, obviously, because no one can be good at absolutely every kind of art form. But
Do you see it as a career in it?
yeah, definitely. I mean, that's my plan to be an art teacher, and to be an art teacher, I want to give myself days off to do my own practice, my own art practice, because part of being a good teacher is keeping up your own art practice. Because I see a lot of teachers that go into the field and they go into the industry and they stop their own art practice, and they kind of get into a bit of a rut, and they
Become
don't
more
turn out.
recluse.
Yeah, they don't turn into very good teachers. So
Like, show us, teach. I know, I'm not in the mood for it. Come on, teach.
exactly, they just I don't know, they lose their passion for it. If you're not involved with it, you don't keep up the passion. So I
Mhm.
definitely want to make it into a career. I mean, I consider myself a professional artist at the moment because I've taken commissions and I take commissions and I do sell my work. So I
Your work for sells for itself, so.
yeah, I mean, I get money.
Money's good. Money's
Money is
very.
helpful.
Money's
Yes.
really good.
I enjoy eating.
as Apple Blue says, we take cash or credit.
That's totally out of context.
Oh,
Or
come on.
Yeah, it
or
was close
regard
enough. I'll accept that.
in regardless of the fact, you know, That money really is helpful.
It does.
Oh, it's
I mean,
so helpful.
it keeps a roof over your head. That's
Exactly. I don't think people understand how hard it is to be a student.
or
and
an
not be
or,
able to
or
work.
even that fact, an artist.
Well, an artist in general, like that's just asking to be poor. But that's,
Well,
that's
they
why...
call those starving artists.
Yes, that's what I mean. I love food a little too much to be a starving artist. Hence why I'm being an art teacher in order to feed my artist practice. So
Must feed
Hey.
the knowledge.
Not bad, to say the least.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
bad at all.
Pretty good example of actually from going from not being a starving artist, but actually taking that art to actually become a profession in it to actually keep that going.
yeah, I mean, my mom's very like emotional and my dad's very practical, and I feel like I'm like a blend of the two. Like I like being creative, but I see the practical need that you do have to have a place within society to kind of earn a living and be productive,
Right.
other than just for your own well-being. So I found a way to make the two kind of mesh well together. So I'm happy.
Well, we'll get more into that here in a moment, but we need to start asking you some of the questions. The
yes.
Brony questions. Take it away, Gonzo.
5 more minutes, mommy.
Poor Gonzo.
Oh.
I'll send you a nice big bottle of Coca-Cola later, okay?
I got Royal Crown Cola for right now, but I can use some Coke products. My local store doesn't sell them anymore. They just swapped over without even a notice.
It would be kind of interesting in saying Gonzo a soda machine, but the thing is, he has to pay for it. It's like, what kind of gift is this? We'll have to pay for my own soda. Jeez, man. All right, moving along.
I got this. Okay. Let me gather myself. Ooh,
Okay.
that didn't feel good.
Don't force it out.
I'm not. I don't want to. I really can't afford to be sick.
Like me.
Because I just got my. I remember telling you about this procedure I had at a clinic, right? For
Right.
a little problem for my big toe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay,
can we do the
Gonzo.
Brony questions, please?
Yes.
I know. I'm just saying. I
Yeah,
really don't want to pay. I don't really don't want to get sick. So
Yeah.
sick. So
Stay
yeah.
healthy.
All right. All we're going to do is just venture on about the Brony side of your career. And these are pretty simple questions.
Okay.
Like your favorite episode thus far.
Oh, that's a hard question. So much for being simple. um, oh, it's really hard. It's such a hard question. Oh.
If you can't be precise, you can go at least 2 or 3.
Okay. At least 2 or 3. I love the wedding finale. That was just, I just loved the music that was in that. It was just stunning. And I love the whole story. It reminded me of the things that I've played out with my toys when I was little. I was like, that's so like what I would do. But anyway, of course I love the Fluttershy ones because she's my favorite pony. So it's kind of just a given
That's
there.
nice.
But I really loved the Wonderbolts
Wonderbolt
episode.
Academy.
Because I've actually, in the beginning, I never liked Rainbow Dash. I couldn't stand her. But the Wonderbolts episode, it kind of showed an element of humanity to her or pony-anity? I don't know what to do there.
Let's just stick with humanity to
We'll
go with
just
humanity.
Show her pride.
Yeah.
It showed like not just her pride, but like it showed a little bit of kindness that she hadn't showed before. I mean, she's the element of loyalty, but she just doesn't give that off in the previous episodes. And I think in the last few episodes, especially, and another one I love is the Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash and Luna episode. I mean, that was amazing.
Was it
I loved it there.
Sleeplessness in
Preaching to the
Ponyville?
choir.
Yeah, there
right
you go.
there.
Sleepless in Ponyville, whatever it was. But
You are preaching at the choir right now.
yeah, I mean, I loved that episode. Not only just because it was giving Rainbow the role and giving her the lines that made me feel and the kind of script that made me feel, okay, that's her character. You've got it now. Because the whole other time they just, I don't know, she came off as too, I don't
Cheating?
know. No, she's just so mean and up herself all the time. It was just like, I know you have to have that one character, which is just supposed to be really cool and awesome, but there's a difference between being cool and mean, and half the time she was really mean if you listen to the actual things that she says. So they kind of made her how I wanted her to be, and I was like, finally, they've got her character down. And yeah, and just apart from that, I mean, Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash together, and a Luna episode where they explore Luna even more. I just loved it. It was great. Luna's my favorite princess. So.
Well, that
Hey,
kills
there we
Well, that
go.
narrows down one question. Yeah.
And
All
you made-
right.
And you already made me happy at that point.
Long live the Lunar Republic.
Oh, you two. Calm yourselves down.
Hey. Don't talk
You're
about
in
mother
company here.
All right, moving along.
Yes, now you pretty much already said your favorite princess. That takes care of one thing. Now the other categories, like your favorite of the main six.
Hooves down Fluttershy. I know everyone says that she's a really hollow kind of dead end character, but I think her element of harmony is the most important one out of all of them, and they umbrella all the others. So I think she's the most important.
I think it really showed when it came to what was it? The one with Discord.
Yeah, definitely.
That one
I mean,
it really showed how much kindness she actually really had. That when everybody was willing to abandon Discord, she wasn't until he actually proved that that he was really what he was, and that's why he's like the only friend that he ever had. And it made him realize like out of all the people who basically hated him, and she was the only one who actually showed him true kindness, and she
Exactly.
was true to her element.
Exactly. And like, if you think about it, if you're loyal, you're honest, you're generous, you're all these kind of things, you're every kind of element if you're kind. Like, it makes sense that kindness equals all those other things. Like, I think Fluttershy is just, I mean, the fact that they make her so shy and that I'm going to admit it, they kind of make her character go around in circles. They never really give her a full resolution as a character, which, kind of is irritating because they kind of devalue kindness. And I think that's the downfall of the show for me in terms of that. But so I root for Fluttershy because I recognize her importance. So
Hopefully she gets some more lessons around, because we certainly need some kindness in this fandom.
Definitely.
Certainly do.
Definitely.
All right, now for the favorite background ponies. What's your favorite?
Favorite background pony. I'm going to have to say probably between Elira and Dopey.
I can take those two both.
Yeah,
And I also
Probably
kinda-
swinging more towards Lyra, but yeah.
because of hands.
And
Well, not only that, but like I love I read a fanfic, and it's the only fanfic I've ever read, and it was so beautiful, and it was really famous, and I can't remember. Damn it! It's the one where she wears the hoodie, and they always forget her.
We haven't read we're not much fanfic readers, but
I'll bet you anything someone listens
I'll
to
look
this
it up,
knows
because I
what I'm
might look
talking
into
about.
this.
Yeah,
The
it's
only-
definitely
yeah, go ahead.
that.
The only fanfic I actually read, and actually I'll admit I cried, was the Milo Dashi.
Any other time, you just listen to my misery and hear me read Grim Dark, and
I was always hoping to hear your next race quiz, but that's besides the point. Moving along.
Okay, we've established your favorite princess is Luna. What about favorite villain?
My favorite villain? Ooh, Discord for sure. Discord.
Always about Q.
Love Discord.
All right. This is gonna get a little difficult. Least favorite
Least favorite, what?
out of all the characters, all the
Everything, all of them? Okay,
Well,
so
you're not gonna have to name them all. Just your least
so
favorite.
many people are going to hate me.
Here we go.
Twilight.
And this is where I leave the call. Thank you all for coming out to New York HL. Bye.
I'm back here.
Get back here.
Let
I'm
me
here.
explain.
I'm sorry, but have you not noticed how mean she is? She's such a bitch. Like, she closes doors in people's faces. She's like always, I don't know, she strikes me. I can't help but notice all the things she does. I'm like, why would you do that?
I think
Sometimes she's like a control freak. Personally, she's too, she's too much like she wants to be in control of most of the stuff.
Maybe
I
that's
just don't relate with her very well as a character. And I see all these things she does, and I'm like, how is no one noticing that? She's not very good at this friendship.
Maybe that's why Celestia took her under her wing to teach her the same thing she knows.
That's what I'm saying. She's a princess.
And I
she's
think, and I
still
hate,
not
to,
there
hate
yet.
to use this because this might go with your little deal.
Tough love, baby.
That's all. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, not only that, I think this is the reason why Celestia had to send her to Ponyville, so that she can actually get out of the library, out of reading books, and actually make friends and interact with people for once.
In other
But I don't
words,
think that's really working.
To basically hone her people skills. I was like, come on, you're being such a closet case. Like, quit, get your nose out of the books and get a social life. It's like it's like any other parent.
How well that worked, mean.
Yeah, those are not. Hey, if Celestia didn't push her out the door and said, "Hey, go do this," guarantee it would be under a Nightmare Moon's rule, which I'd probably be happy, and I probably wouldn't really care. Darn it! I knew it was too good to be true. No.
I was talking about every other time after their little encounter with Nightmare Moon. I mean, did you see how she handled her several crises?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can we move on to my questions now? Because I have a few questions.
Okay, we'll go wrap this part up. Okay,
we're pretty much.
So Twilight is your least favorite,
Unfortunately.
but
We've already
just because that you just feel that she's just stuck up.
No, it's not that she's stuck up. It's just that she doesn't. I don't know. She's just so oblivious.
Closed-minded, maybe.
I don't know. She rubs me the wrong way as a character.
Okay. Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Okay, not gonna happen. It's too damn late.
Oh, Gonzo. Okay, time for the TTT Bone. You're up next.
Alright, well, in that sense, I have a few questions of my own. Aside from ponies, what other fandoms have you ventured into?
There's been so many over the years. I'm currently a part of the. I still consider myself part of the Doctor Who fandom.
We got a Whovie in here.
Yeah, I've grew up with that. It was a way of bonding for me and my brother and my dad. We all like that show. We've watched it right from the very beginning with all like the black and white and seeing the strings in the background. Like the really cool, very very old stuff. Like I love that.
Oh yeah, back from the first Doctor.
Yeah, all from the very very start. And there's lots of other. I'm in heaps of like anime fandoms and things like that, and that kind of stuff. So usually most anime fandoms I'm really into. So
have you drawn like any type of anime yourself?
I used to, but I haven't drawn anything in quite some time actually. Yeah, I kind of have an anime influence for the way that I draw ponies, but
Well, so
I'm
did,
not
so, so, did,
show
so did the MLP, artists when they first, when they came out, had similar to it too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I always compare like how you know it's like how you figure that is like the big eyes. Come on, anime,
Uh, Team
anime.
Spirit.
Huh?
May I remind you that some of the American cartoons have wider eyes as well, and this was happening before the anime boom?
Yeah, but the style I'm talking about.
I know.
But anyways, so any more questions, Tebow?
Actually, yes. You say that you are also aside from art, you're also into music. Is that correct?
Insofar that I sing, yeah.
What inspired you for singing? Tell me a little bit about that.
I suppose that I kind of got influenced just by the music side of the fandom as a whole, because I never really ventured into music myself, because
Ah, I see.
yeah, like I don't have any musical background at all. So
Hmm.
this is kind of when I started in the fandom, that was literally my start with music too. I can't play an instrument, I can't read music, I don't know any music theory, and I don't really intend to teach myself because I've tried. It's been horrific. So
Hey, not all people can get into that sort of stuff. You got to have that particular
exactly.
passion for it.
Oh, it's not just the passion. Like I'd love to learn, but my brain just isn't wired that way. I hear that a lot of people that are good at music are also good at maths, and me and maths, we do not mix. But I do everything by ear, so that's kind of how I learned to do that. And I guess my influences from the fandom, I think it started off with Replacer. He was probably the biggest influence on me. He was the first Brony musician I listened to, and I really, really enjoy his stuff. So yeah, we're good friends now, though. So yeah.
That's cool. Um, let's see. When it comes to music of the from the MLP deal community, out of all the music you've probably heard, what would you say is your personal favorite?
My personal favorite, oh, it's another hard question. There's so much. Um, I really, really, really like the Dash Dub stuff. Um, I love Aviators. Who else do I enjoy? Ooh, there's so many. Oh, I feel bad. I can't remember them all on the spot. There's a
Um,
lot.
Highlights of being part of the community,
The music side or just the community in general?
community in general.
Community in general. Probably just meeting my American friends at BronyCon. That was really, really, really cool because I've only ever talked to them over Skype, and it was really weird seeing them in real life and having no Skype lag. So like, I was like waiting for them to stop and suddenly become pixelated. So and they
And you're
just
like
did
waiting,
it.
waiting, waiting.
I know, it was awesome though. It was the most fun I had at BronyCon was just going back and having like a little party at my friend's house there, and we just sung songs together and played games and just like chatted and caught up with each other, and it was just amazing. It was really great meeting my friends. Yeah, so that's probably yeah, pretty much going to America. That's been the best thing that the fandom has kind of given to me,
Hey,
which
who
I'm
knows?
so grateful for.
Traveling to new places. I mean, what a joy.
And hey, who knows? Maybe next BronyCon you might run into all of us.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
If I have money again, it's always money.
Oh, I hear you.
Money.
You know, it's really hard to go to a convention every so often. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it costs so much for me to go to BronyCon. I mean, like even though I had the majority of it paid for by donations, I still had to fork out my own money, and I'm broke now. So
It's always best to go with friends, especially if you got like one of those suites where you have multiple beds. So it's always the
Mm.
best to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Um. Uh. Best. Okay. I guess I can say, do you have a favorite artist out there that you like?
Um,
Both. You know, the drawing and musical.
ooh, drawing a musical. Uh, musical. I think it's still Replacer. I still look up to him.
Okay.
Like, even though we're friends and even though we've collabed and all that, I still look up to him musically. He's just, I think it's because he has that whole really technical musical theory, all that being able to play a bajillion instruments and like make a perfect instrumental, like that ability I just find so elusive to me since I can't do it. I do everything by ear. So for him to be able to do all that, and I'm just really amazed, and I still look up to him for that, despite being close friends now. Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see. Me. So basically, meeting some of the celebrities from for the cons didn't really inspired you much, did it?
Yeah, it was great. I loved meeting a lot of the people that I haven't. I've seen them and I've heard of them and I've never got to talk to them, even over on Skype or anything like that. But just seeing them, be able to talk to them in real life, like that was really cool. Like especially all the musicians and things like that I really admire, but I've never. Yeah.
So you think about going to the next one?
Again, all depends on money. But if I can financially, I would love to.
You hear it, folks. So when she's asking, basically trying to raise money, try to help her out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There, a little promotion for you right there.
Aw, thanks.
No problem. Let's see. Anything else we could possibly talk about on? Got anything, T-Bone?
I got nothing. She basically answered the questions I was wanting to ask.
I think I got a couple more questions before we get to the final question. Next question would probably be, which would be the most interesting person you have met in this whole entire family? Most interesting, not like when it comes to like art or music. The most interesting person you've met that you kind of like look up to in a way in the community.
Interesting person. Interesting person.
This is the first question I have actually just threw it into the new pot. So.
Interesting person. Oh. I feel so bad. I'm going back to the same answer. Still Replacer. He's really intellectual, and I love that about him. I love that he's so smart and that he has a really different thought pattern than a lot of people that I've met, and he's very shy. He doesn't talk very much, but I found that in interpreting his lyrics and in talking with him, just typing and stuff like that over the internet, I just learn a lot about him, and I find he's a really insightful, interesting, really he's just a really cool person. He just has so much depth to him, and that's rare to find over the internet. Like, not everyone is, I don't want to, the whole YOLO hashtag people, like, you run across them a lot, and I know they may have more to them, but they often don't reveal that, and I feel like he's very transparent. He gives away a lot of his soul in his music, and I find that really interesting as a person and just as a friend.
Cool.
Definitely cool.
Since T-Bone didn't get a chance to ask him a lot of questions, I'll give him the last question to T-Bone.
Okay, then, if you had anything you could say for all of our viewers with the impending episode of the Mini Arcade Show coming up, what have you got to say to all your fans and anybody who's listening in?
I suppose I'd like to say thank you for your support over the pretty much, it's been more than a year now. So thank you so much for all your support, and thank you for your kind words, especially all the people that comment and really let me know how my work is going. That's really important to me, and my art too. Like, I like getting feedback and that kind of stuff. So thank you for all those people that take the time to like write out those notes and write out those comments. That takes a lot of time. So yeah, thank you.
Also, and one last thing. What's your thoughts going into the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I have no idea where they'll take it, but I like that about it at the moment. There's a lot of ways they could take it, and you just gotta wait and see. So I'm excited.
Also, we hear a door knocking in the background. Who could that be?
That's
Damn
someone
it,
wanting
me.
to get my attention.
I think Will's forgot the one last question there. Any words of wisdom to pass on to other people out there so to be more inspired?
I think the most important thing to do is to remember there's a person behind the computer. Most
Perfect.
important.
Yep. Well, I want to thank you for coming on to the show here, and we appreciate this. And well, hopefully, people actually find this actually very interesting. To actually help to inspire them to actually become artists or musicians themselves. So, thank you for coming on to the show here, and we'll see y'all on the next part of the mini arcade show.